that ball.
Rambo Radio with your host, Gen T.
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, fucking Jen is a warlord.
I'm fucking coming for you.
Now I feel poo coming out of my bum. So it's a lot right now. Yeah, it's a lot.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rambo Radio. I am your host, Gen T. Twitter and Instagram at Gen T523, but most importantly, YouTube, Gen T TV. Holy smokes! So many stories to tell you guys today. So buckle up. Hey, girl, move a little closer. You're too shy, hush, hush, hide away. You shy, hush, hush, hide away. Too shy, hush, hush, hide away. Too shy, hush, hush. Oh, man. I just really have to make a fool out of myself because I made a fool out of myself this weekend. Too many things happened. I could not. Oh, God. Man, I'm a jackass, y'all. So let's get into it. Let's get down to business. But first, let me crack a cold one. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but they're fantastic. Liquid Death. I'm going to have the Dr. Pepper flavored water. Oh, my gosh. God bless it. Let me. Oh, wow. Fantastic. I mean, I'm drinking this at room temperature, and it's fantastic. I can't even imagine what this is chilled. Woo! Damn. Anyhow, folks, I hope all is well. But let's get down to the business. You're here to listen about how I embarrassed myself completely. So, this weekend, I had an open house for the homie's new gym. Shout out to the homie Larry Stroud. He has opened up 10th Planet Fontana. So, if you are in the Fontana area and you want to sign up for some jiu-jitsu, check out 10th Planet Fontana, 8460 Nuevo Avenue, on right across the street from the Fontana Theater on Sierra. So, Nuevo and Sierra. So, check that out. So I was there for that and stayed for about an hour. And then a coworker of mine had invited me to a birthday party. So I went, and that was just like another 30 minutes down the road or so. And, I was there just hanging out, enjoying myself. Great people, good people. Met some new people. And then there was this lady there who was absolutely fantastic. And then I realized, I believe, my homie was trying to set me up with her, but I did not. My pea brain, I did not catch on. I'm like, oh, I think this is the lady. Because we had kind of chatted about her at work briefly, And so she's there, she's in person. Here is my shot. And I biffed. Y'all, I biffed. I started talking to some dude about stocks, and I couldn't stop. And then she's sitting right there in front of me. I'm like, yeah, what? Hey, you jackass. Talk to this lady. Why are you talking to some dude? That's gay. Why don't you talk to this lady who may or may not be interested in you? And I'm like, stocks. Hey. You want to, who trades here? Like, oh my gosh. I was like, you neurodivergent jackhole. You blew it. This lady may or not be interested in you. You need to have her having conversations with her. And all I could do, this guy, this fucking jamoke, said the magic word. He said stocks. And I fucking lost it, man. I love stocks. Oh. But what's something that I love more than stocks? Ladies. Come on. I was so disappointed in myself. And then on top of that, I had already left my house for X amount of hours. And I knew that the dog was having, the puppy was having some behavioral issues the night before. So I didn't want to leave her alone too long. So my parents watch the dog on the weekend, or during the week. So on the weekends, they're off. So it's just me. So I'm like, God damn it. You puppy. You're a pup. You cute puppy. Why did you have to have an episode the night before? So now I didn't trust what kind of damage I was going to be coming home to, since the night prior was un disaster. So as soon as little man blew out his third birthday candle, I was like, and I'm out. Goodbye. And I'm like, oh. And I saw her face. She's like, oh. And I'm like, shit. Shit balls. I fucked up, y'all. I fucked up. So I left, and I was going to text the homie. I was like, I had the best time. And I meant to say, and by the way, I am disappointed I did not get to spend more time talking to this lovely doctor lady. And, I deleted that and just said I had the best time. And then, I was just like, fuck. Motherfucker, man. You blew it. You blew it. Big time. So the next day I see the homie. I was like, hey, we had the best time. Bummed I didn't get to talk, and he was like, yeah, so we even sat next to you and you kept talking to this guy. And I was like, damn it, man. I've been so out of the game. I cannot read social cues when it comes to like ladies that are into me. The only way I know is if they're like stalking me, all of the stalkers I've had. That's the only way I know. I'm like, wait, what? Why are you here at the same time every day asking me questions? Why are you giving me the slow pat on the back? Why are you constantly asking me crazy questions? That's how I know you a stalker. But this time, this was like a nice lady, and I couldn't do anything. I was like, Stokes, yeah, bro, you trained me too, man. Oh, you go full port? I was like, you're a retard. And meanwhile, who's being a retard when this potential is sitting right across from me? Oh man, so bummed. I was just like, you Momo, you fucking Momo. So then I was like, okay, what can I do here? Maybe if I tell my coworker to like, here, take my number and give it to her. I don't care. Maybe that'll work. And I was just like, maybe she's over it. Just this part, yuck, right? So I'm like, damn, I fucked up. So I asked my homie, who's like a legitimate ladies' man, and I said, hey, bro, I'm gonna need you. I said, okay, I'm gonna need you, man. And he's like, is this the time? Are you switching sides? I was like, no, I'm not switching sides, bro. I need you to say a prayer. I need you to call up upon the pushy gods and ask sweet baby pushy if I could get a second shot, I'm like, I was like, hey, bro, you gotta like do whatever you do to get all the ladies you get, man. I was like, can you like give me a little bit of your juju and just send it my way? But I'm not trying to be a jerk, I was just like, I'm just hoping to make a connection. He's like, oh, we're gonna need more than God to help you. He sent me the emoji with the freaking Dos Equis dude shaking his head. I was like, oh shit, bitch. No. Damn it. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm gonna do my best, but he's like, that's a tall order. So, I'm in limbo, y'all. So I'm just hoping, that she'll accept my number from the homie and she'll give me a call back or something, or a text. Or I've even thought about, is this weird if I go like try and find her on Instagram? Is that a thing? Can y'all do that? I don't want to be too much. You know what I mean? Because last time, holy smokes, man. I really poured it on last time. And then the girl was just like, this is too much. You're too much. And I was just like, man. Mi corazón. My heart. I'm like, what? Oh, man. I thought that's what y'all ladies like. You want people to be into you. So this time I'm like, okay, space. Just give it space. But now I feel like I'm feeling the urge. Like, if I give it too much space, like, she gonna be over it. So I don't know. I'm leaving it up to the Prishy gods, man. Fingers crossed. She'll ring my mobile and we'll go from there. But yeah, I was kind of just like, once again, you blew it. Oh, damn it. God, what is that? What is that, y'all? What's wrong with me? I've just been so out of the loop. I can't really read social cues very well. I'm just like, I think this is the lady. Yeah, this is the lady. I gotta go. What? No, we need to stay. I don't care if the puppy burns the house down. We gotta stay and talk to this lady, and we gotta figure this out, okay? No, I was like, good to see ya, goodbye. And then, like, the whole time I'm leaving, I'm like, turn around, go back in there. Turn around, go back in there. Turn around, go back in there. No, drove home, sitting in traffic. It's been a couple of days. I'm just like, man, you. Why do you get in my way? Meanwhile, it's me. What's that song? Oh, I have my microphone. I should probably sing it. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Tea time. Everybody agrees. It's me. I'm the problem. Son of a bitch. It's me. I was like, the whole time in traffic, I just kept hearing that in my head. I was like, God damn it, man. Oh, well. I mean, I didn't really try, y'all. Normally I say I tried just to be like dismissing it, but this time I didn't get to try, man. I mean, damn it. How did I mess that up, y'all? The lady's sitting right in front of me, and I couldn't stop talking about stocks. Stupid. So anyhow, I have just been riddled with guilt. I'm like, don't beat yourself up. That's what jujitsu's for. So I'm leaving it up to fate, y'all. Maybe, I don't know, somebody listening to this, hook it up with some advice. Should I like hit her up on IG or what's the deal? I mean, I told the homie, like, if you talk to her or something, please give her my number. Like, I'm totally down. So, I'm sure this is the next week between this episode and the next episode. I'm going to be like constantly checking my phone and talking to scammers. Hello, are you the lady at the party? Can we have your bank account information? I'm like, no, I need to talk to the lady at the party. Damn it. So bummed. But let's rewind. So Friday, before the party, I had went to Costco because I needed to pick up a gift for the open house. You know, every gym needs sanitary wipes because some of y'all are nasty motherfuckers. So I thought, okay, let me get Clorox wipes because what the hell? This will totally help. Super thoughtful gift, right? So I didn't want to go to Costco. I try to avoid that place like the plague, even though I love it. I like to go right at 10 a.m., right when they open. So by the time all the schizos and weirdos and lezzies and fatty boombas and batty boys wake up, like, I'm gone. I'm already in and out, gone, okay? So I went after I taught my class there. Yeah, I went at noon. So I already knew. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh. At noon, you got all the weirdos who are hungry and they want to try all the little food stands in there. I totally forgot about that. So I was like, oh, no. The moochers that want a free lunch. So I parked right by the exit. I want to park as far away from people as humanly possible. I don't want any drama, any grief, any stress. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want peace. I want to be able to shop in peace. I don't want to be rushed. I don't want people all over me. I don't like none of that stuff. So I'm gathering up some supplies and whatnot. And we get to the line to check out. And, you know, Costco's very deceptive. You can find a parking spot right away, but there's 1,000 people in there. And then sometimes you can't find a parking spot at all and you walk inside and there's nobody. So I don't know what's going on. So I got to the line and there was a sea of people. And so I said, well, let's just do self-checkout. That's going to eliminate all of the people who are paying with cash. We're just going to go with all the card people. There's no change. It's faster. And let's do it. So, I don't know. I'm at the Costco in Highland. Costco in Fontana, they make you line up in one line and they don't let you go until they call you. So, everybody else, I'm at Costco in Highland. I line up in one line just like everybody else. And then people start shouting, two lines. I'm like, whoa. Hey. Which is it, man? One or two? All the other times I've gone to the self-checkout at Costco San Bernardino, at Costco Ontario, or Costco Fontana. One line, and then we will delegate who goes to which side, right? That makes it so much easier. Highland opened up a can of worms and went, 2 lines. And as soon as you hear 2 lines, everybody started coming out from the freaking woodwork and start going into the different lines. They were already in lines and they popped out to get in that line. I'm like, what? Hey. So I was like, okay, you know what? Don't move. Everybody's panicking. Don't move. Just stay in the line to the left, okay? So as I'm just aligning myself with another Hispanic feller, shout out to my Hispanic fam, this bitch. This bitch just pops out of a line from the farthest left side and cuts right in front of me. It goes, excuse me, I'm coming through here. And I thought, okay, old girl's trying to get to the second line because there's 2. They have announced there's 2. So I pull my cart back just to let her walk through. No. Mommy parks right in front of me with the cart. And it's all bent out of shape that I didn't move enough for her. I'm just going to go right here. I'm going to go right here. Yeah, I'm going to go right here. And I was like, so there's 2 lines. I'm already in line. I'm going to go right here. I was like, okay. So I was just like, okay, this bitch just cut in front of me. And then it's trying to give me grief. So I was like, no, thank you. So I'm in line and I'm getting ready to, I feel it coming on. I'm like, oh no, please don't do anything. Calm down. You let her go, even though it's not right. let her go in front because there's a reason this is happening. And the best solution is really just to not react. I let her know the parameters, and she chose not to follow them. Fine. Okay, so I'm waiting in line patiently. She storms off, which is supposed to be me because she cut in front of me. So she storms off to the next self-checkout. And so I'm just hanging out. And then I see my friend that works there. And he's like, hey, girl, how you doing? Da, da, da. And I was like, good. I was just like, I was in line, and this lady behind me here, she just cut right in front. And, I don't want to make a fuss, but I was like, that's not right. And she's like, excuse me, I'm in a hurry. I have somewhere to be. I have an appointment. And I was just like, don't we all, girl? We all have somewhere to be. Even the people that work here got somewhere to be. And then so I was like, okay, calm down. Calm down, Starkeisha. So my homie was scanning me real fast. Beep, 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 scanning all my stuff. And then as we're chatting it up, and he's just like, you know what, don't worry about her. We'll take care of it. And she goes, hello. Like something happened with her register. It just stopped working. And she started freaking out. And so me and my homie were talking, and then she goes, excuse me. Something is wrong with my register. And then he turned and looked at her. He's like, I'll be with you in a minute. And then we just went back to talking. She was like, excuse me. And this lady was just like, if I could describe her, she looked like, my man's from Dexter's Laboratory, but if Dexter was making meth. So some of the teeth was a little crooked, maybe missing a little bit, but she had the black big glasses on and was just like, excuse me. I'm just trying to get through. I haven't appointment. Just so animated, not taking a breath, sweaty as hell. It's cold in Costco. They got all them refrigerators. It's cold in there. Why are you sweating profusely? I'm the one that just came from jiu-jitsu and I'm dry. This girl was sweating profusely. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And so, hey, I need to go. And then my friend was like, yeah, I'll be right there. And then we just kept talking. And then so another person came up and she's like, oh, did you need some help? Yes, I need some help. Just trying to get snarly with this lady. And the other cashier was just like, oh, okay. And she just took her time scanning her stuff. And I was like, and I turned around and I passed her. And I just tilted my head and looked at her. She's like, I need to go. I'm in a hurry. And then so then the next thing, I was just like, oh, okay, well, this is actually kind of bad that I'm in front of this lady because now she's all cracked out in a hurry. She might hit me with the shopping cart. And one time at Costco, somebody was not paying attention and hit my mom with the shopping cart and actually chipped her hip. So I was like, oh, okay. So if Crazy Karen is behind me now, she might actually do the rear end. So I was like, okay, well, if that's gonna happen, I'm fully prepared. So I could hear her little wheels coming up all fast, the shopping cart, and I was like, I grabbed my bag of avocados and I wrapped it around my hand like they were brass knuckles. And I was ready to swing on this bitch if she hit me with her cart. I was just gonna fucking knock her ass out with this bag of ripe avocados. Shit. She's like, excuse me, I need to get out of here. Excuse me. She's like, I can't believe how long this line is. And then so this line was super long. I mean, the line to check, like to get, your little receipt signed at the door was back to the register. So, unfortunately, a couple people in the front had bought, them flatbeds full of stuff. So they got to count all that. So, and then, somebody was on a break. So they came up and then, so he went 2 lines and I was like, not today, sis. I just fucking booked it for the dude. And then I heard her trying to like go around me. And then at the last second, a bunch of other people got over. So I wasn't going to make it. So I was just like, well, at least I'm blocking this crazy Karen behind me. And then a third lady popped up. But crazy Karen didn't see her pop up. She thought she was on lunch or something. But she just took her vest off and then was like, I can take the next guest. And crazy Karen thought she was going to get to the front of the line. She went and tried to cut over to the third lady, got blocked, spun around, and went to the first line and didn't see that two people in front of her had flatbeds full of shit. Like full of food, water, muffins, toilet paper, the whole nine. And this lady was having trouble counting all this stuff. So I watching it. She was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then look at her see. Okay, 1, 2, and then this sweet little Asian lady. She counted up my stuff and she's like, "Thank you." And I was like, "You have a nice day." And then I turned and looked at the Karen and I was like, "Bye." Oh, she was so pissed. Oh, man. I don't understand. Listen, if you don't have time, because this happens a lot at my work as well. If you don't have the time to shop, if you're rushed in a hurry, whoop-de-fucking whoop, or emergency happens, don't come in the store. Just do curbside pickup. Or in the case of Costco, you got to come some other time, ma. You cannot be cutting in front of people. You know, I wanted to offer her a free jiu-jitsu class in the food court, but I could not. The next best thing was making brass knuckles out of the avocados. I was like, bitch, if you hit me with this cart, I swear on the Almighty, we're going to make guacamole with your head. Guacamole, okay? I was like, come on, bitch, come on. I was like, please do it, please. You know, because I got enough cushion for the pushing back there. So I'm sure the cart would just bounce back and hit her, you know. But I was just fully prepared for this dummy to hit me. And she didn't. She got stuck in the line, thank God. But that's what you get. You know, karma. What about karma? I was like, man, I really want to. But I was like, nope. Leave that to the man. Let the man sort that out. You know, and as we know with all Karens, they do not get their way. And speaking of Karens, it's time for Customers of the Week. Whew. These two customers were a doozy. The second one I'll tell you about was so bad. Science cannot comprehend what was happening in our conversation. So the first customer of the week, she approached me with the most preposterous question, which I thought at the time. I'm over there. I sell vitamins. I don't know what's going on in the produce department. I don't know what's going on in the meat department. I don't know what's going on in the nuts department, okay? Not my jurisdiction, okay? So, this lady approaches me, all bent out of shape, and I was like, oh, how does this always happen when it's the last customer of the day? It's the worst one. I was like, oh no, I could just tell. Like, she saw me from across the store and started storming across to me. And I was like, oh, I could tell by her walk. She was like, dun, 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 dun. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, Karen Vader. She was like, excuse me. And I was like, yes. Because I feel like if I use a soft lady voice, like, they won't be so mad at me. And I speak real soft, like, yes. And they're like, I'm sorry. Yes, how can I help you? It works every time. So she's like, excuse me. something's wrong with my apples. And I was like, oh, tell me about what's wrong with your apples. She's like, I bought these apples, and I bought them the other day, and I bought them from here. And I was like, like, I bit into the apple at 9 a.m. this morning. And she's holding a apple that's been like chewed up, okay? And I'm just like, what the fuck is this, man? I just want to go home. She's like, I bought this apple the other day from here. And I bit into it at 9 a.m. And then I got busy and I couldn't eat the apple, so I left it. And I was like, okay, bitch, get to the point. I was like, She's like, at 12 o'clock, I came back to finish the apple, and it wasn't brown. And I was like, I bit into the apple, and it's not brown. I need my apples to turn brown. Bitch, what? It's 5 o'clock now, and the apple is not brown. And I was like, oh, okay, well, she's like, why didn't you tell me about it? And I was like, well, actually I work in vitamins, so I don't know about apples that are brown or not brown. But you're more than welcome to go up front and ask for a manager. And she was like, but look at this. And she like undid the napkin and was like shoving her fucking half-eaten apple in my face. It's not brown. And I was just like, girl, I don't know. I eat apples every day, and I don't check if they're brown or not. I just eat them. Oh, so this lady was so distraught. You would have thought somebody murdered her child, or she got in a car accident and just was just like so bent out of shape about her apple not turning brown. And I'm like, yo, isn't this what y'all wanted? Y'all wanted to eat the apple, leave it for later, and come back and it still looks the same. Well, here it is. And now you don't like it? Oh, come on. So right away, I hear her, go storming off her cart. And then she goes to talk to this cashier who is a little on the area side. And so she's like, hello, how are you? She's like, well, my apple I bought is not brown. Look at this. And she's like, wow. That's very interesting. She's like, look, I bit into this at noon today, at 9 o'clock, noon and 5 o'clock, and it's not brown. What's happening? I need answers. This is organic. I'm like, bitch, this ain't a magic trick. It's a goddamn apple. Do you want it or not? And the girl was like, let me call a manager. And she's like, manager to the front, please. Manager to the front. And then so my boss comes downstairs. Yeah. And this lady's like, this apple is not brown. Look at it. It should be brown. What are you guys doing here? Apples. So turns out the homie Steven receiving. Shout out to homie Steve receiving. Smart man. Smart enough he knows not to be on the sales floor. So he stays in the back. Smart man. He was like, oh, I know exactly what's happening. He's like, if she bought a cosmic apple, because cosmic apples are hybrid apples, They are grown so that they do not brown. I Googled it because I bought some cosmic apples and I had eaten half of it and then I put it in a Ziploc bag and I came back the next day and it was not brown. And he's like, I wanted to know what was going on. So I Googled it and that's what came up. And I was like, oh, holy shit. We got apples that don't brown now, y'all. That's crazy. Whoa. I was blown away. So then we explained that to this little lady. She said, oh, thank God. I thought you guys did something to the apples. I just was raised, if you bought something from the grocery store and you didn't like it, you didn't buy it again. Or if it tripped you out, you just threw it away. Why are you going back to the grocery store to complain to everybody you see about your fucking apple that didn't go brown? I was just like, girl, I eat Honey Crisp. Them joints is brown all the time. I just eat them. Oh, man. Oh, man. So, for the I don't even know. I think I'm going to turn the microphone on because this will help with the effect. So this lady. Damn it. Oh, I'm going to turn this microphone off. It's making it worse. Oh, shit. So this lady, God bless her. This lady come in the store. She kind of looked like Rick James. She had the fucking braids going on. And the fucking frilly jacket. And she was like, I need to talk to somebody. And as soon as I heard that voice, I was like, hide. What the fuck? I need to talk to somebody. And I was like, oh, shit. So I was trying to hide. And then one of the vendors there, sweet lady, she's trying to be helpful and just help customers get what they need. And so she was like, oh, I'm doing a essential oils booth. If you have questions about essential oils, then I can totally help you with that. But anything else, I'll have to get somebody for you. And she goes, actually, I need some essential oils. And the lady was like, perfect. What's going on? So, and she knows exactly what essential oils to pick because it's her business. She go, well, I got a dead cat. And I was around the corner and I was like, you what? I was like, you should go on a date with my coworker who left his cat in the closet for 5 days. His dead cat in the closet. He left his dead cat in the closet for 5 days. She's like, I got a dead cat. And I need some essential oils. And I was like, bitch, you trying to cover up the smell? What the fuck is going on? And then, so the essential oil lady was like, oh. And then the lady leaned in and whispered, but she said it loud enough that everybody could hear. She's like, I got a dead vagina. Oh, and then I was like, I said to myself, I was like, well, that makes 2 of us, and I'm out of here. Bye. Arrivederci. I fucking ran. I was like, I got to get out of here. So I was trying to hide. And this lady's like talking to the essential oil lady. She's like, I got a dead vagina, dead cat. And then she's like, I want some essential oils to put on there. I read in this book, you can put essential oils down there. And then the essential oil lady was like, whoa, no. You do not want to do that. It's going to burn. You're going to be regretting all of your life choices if you put essential oils on your vagina. And she's like, why don't you ask this lady right here? And I was like, yeah, no. Fuck. I was like, hello. Because I thought if I used a soft voice, like, she would just go away. But no, this bitch raised her voice even louder. She's like, what do you got for a dead vagina? I was like, ma'am, that's kind of a interesting subject. She's like, yup, I had menopause and I be trying to have sex with my husband, but my vagina is dead, girl. It is dead. I can't do nothing. It's dead. And I was like, oh, God. I was just like, what are the chances? Listen, I love vagina, but I don't want to hear about a dead one. What the fuck, man? I was like, how is this my life? Let alone a dead one. I don't want to hear about it from this Rick James looking lady either. She's like, and Charlie Murphy. Oh, shit. I was like, I have the worst fucking luck. So I was like, so, something's wrong with your vagina? She's like, it's dead, girl. We need something to fix it. And so I read you could put essential oils on it. And the lady was like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. She's like, what about some vitamins can she take? And I was just like, vitamins? For a dead vagina? Oh, shit. I was like, I was like, maybe some of these progesterone creams. And she turns to the other lady, because the other lady that runs the essential oil booth, she's older. So she's like, why'd you have her help me? She young. She don't know about dead vaginas. And I was like, hold on, lady. I was like, listen up. I'm a menopause mama, okay? I've been a menopause mama since I was 22 years old. Don't old lady me just yet. Don't young lady me just yet. She's like, how you going to menopause at 22? And I was like, well, I had my ovaries and all the good stuff. The lady plumbing's been removed. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, girl. She's like, did you have any kids? And I was like, nah, it's cool. I got 3. They can't talk. She was like, girl, I need something. And nothing works. I even got to use this machine and I got to put it up in there to stretch it out. And I was like, I was trying to get that shit out of my head. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, how is this Rick James looking cretin getting busy at her age? And your dear host Rambo is in the Sahara Desert. I get to hear about other people's vaginas. Okay? Dead ones. Yeasty ones. Why can't somebody tell me good news about their vagina? Holy shit. So I was like, I was trying to be putting on a good front, but I was like, oh God, this was just like, that episode of Fear Factor when they gotta like eat roaches or some shit and they're like, I can do this. And then the roaches are there and they're like, oh yeah, this is a bad idea. You can't take it back. So she was just like, kept walking around the store. She's like, I tried this. I tried that. My vagina's still dead. I was like, ooh. So I was like, have you tried Kegel exercises? I'm like, I want to talk to this bitch about Kegel exercises. What the fuck? She go, what's that, girl? And I was like, I don't really want to talk about it out loud. We can Google things. Let's Google things. And I'm like trying to show her my phone, and she's like, Kegel exercises. Put the egg and squeeze your vagina muscles. And I was like, was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, Lord Jesus, you need to send me something good after this because this is the worst shit. I said, how the hell you gonna do this to me, man? I can't. I said, I quit. I'm waving the flag. I cannot. I was like, tears come down, I wonder why. I was like rocking back and forth. I was like, oh fuck. How am I going to get this information out of my brain? So now all I see is this Rick James looking lady with a dead vagina. Like all in my mind. And I'm like, fuck, man. Hey, please leave me alone. Please. No, she kept talking about it, talking loud. She's like, I use this dilator machine. You know, they give it to ladies when they give a birth or something. And I have to dilate my dead vagina before I have sex with my husband. And I was like, oh. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, what? I was like, Lord Jesus, what have you done? What have you done? And I was like, no, ma'am, you got to do what Google says here. And I just was like showing her my phone. She's like, I don't have my glasses, baby. Read it to me. And I was like, no, I'm not reading that out loud. No. You're filthy. There's kids here. I was like, why don't you take a screenshot? And she's like, yeah, I'm going to need to do these dead vagina exercises when I get home. Do y'all sell the Kegel eggs to put in there? I was like, nah, we don't sell that here. You got to go to the shop. And then the essential oil lady was like, yeah, you need to go get yourself a good dildo. And I was like, yeah. Hey, I don't want to be in this conversation. I'm gonna exit. And she's like, oh, okay, girl. And then she's like, what about medical treatment? And I was like, well, if you really want medical treatment, I was like, are you trying to get that old vaginal rejuvenation going on? She's like, what's that, baby? And I was like, well, they just go in there and they tighten everything up, make it look new again. And she's like, baby, it's already tight. I'm trying to get it loose. And I was like, oh, shit, bitch. I don't want to know, okay? So, she's like, And then, me and the lady tried to show her where the lube is at, because we do sell, ironically, we sell lubricant there. We sell biodegradable Jimmy hats. We sell biodegradable condoms, which, good God almighty, can you imagine you're railing some chick and then it just fucking disintegrates and you get it pregnant? Yeah, what? You don't want no biodegradable Connie? That's terrible. You're going to get in trouble. You're going to have all these unwanted babies around. That's a bad idea. Anyway, we sell that at my work. We also sell the disposable panty, the bonks. Try to get bonked. Let's go. Get bonked on out too. So this lady was like looking at that. She's like, oh, what if I put this bonks in there? And I was like, that's a soft shell case. And it's got underwear inside. And she's like, oh. I was like, oh, Jesus. This lady was about to buy these bonks, put it up her vagina. She gonna bonk herself. Oh, Jesus God. Oh, shit. I was like, no, ma'am, that's not what that's for. Please, don't touch anything. Holy shit. Oh, wow. So after a whole lot of persuasion, she finally decided to buy a lube. And she go, which one's the best one, baby? And I was like, the one that sold out, that one. And I was like, here's a smaller size, though. You can try it and see if you like it and then come back and buy a big one. And she's just like, okay, baby. So you said I need to go to a sex shop and buy Kegel eggs? And, of course, everybody's just staring. I'm like, yeah. She's like, thank you, baby. I'm not going to buy anything here. Or actually, I'm going to buy this lube and a honey stick, and then I'm out of here. And I was like, oh, Jesus, God. It's like, oh, my Lanta. I don't want to go. What possesses you to go to it's a grocery store. It's not a doctor's office. It's not Le Sex Shop. It's not Romantics. It's not, what y'all call some of them things? I don't know. But it's not an adult store, okay? We got organic produce. We got whole chickens. We just barely started carrying ribs and salmon. Now this lady wants Kegel eggs. Oh my God. Oh, that was the other thing. This lady, the essential oil lady was like, you can get one of those jade eggs and put it in there, but I can't help you if it gets stuck. And I was like, yeah. Oh, God damn it. I need to get out of this conversation immediately. I was like, I do not get paid enough to be hearing this filth, but I need material for my show. Oh, damn it. I was beside myself. I was, Lord Jesus, you win. Take it all. Get me away from this lady. Good God Almighty. Okay, folks. I think it's been enough. It's the wee late night hours. I should turn this thing off and get some rest. But before I go, wait! Before I let you go, I totally forgot about our UFC picks. You know, what y'all degenerate gamblers tune in for. I have Marquel Maderos versus Mark Chinyonski. I'm taking Marquel Maderos. Kulian Salakid. What the hell? Versus Yanal Ajmuj. I'm taking Quillian Saklid. Kalen Williams versus Andreas Gustafsson. I'm taking Kalen Williams. Ju Sang Yu versus Jeka Sariji. I'm taking Ju Sang Yu. Arian Lipitsky da Silva versus Gong Wang. I'm taking Gong Wang. Sergey Spivak versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. I'm taking Sergey Spivak. Amzat Murkanov versus Brenson Ribeiro. I'm taking Amzat Murkanov. Bruno Silva versus Joshua Van. I'm taking Van down by the river. Vincente Lique versus Kevin Holland. I'm taking Vincente Lique. Mario Batista versus Patchy MX. I'm taking Patchy. Kevin Gastelum versus Joe Pfeiffer. I'm taking Joe Pfeiffer. Julian Pena versus Kayla Harrison. I'm taking Kayla Harrison. And finally, Mirab Dablashvili versus Sean O'Malley. I'm taking Georgia's finest, Mirab Dablashvili, for the win. You ain't beating this motherfucker, man. You ain't gonna out-wrestle somebody who's been wrestling since they were 4 years old, man. Ain't happening. Nah. You ain't winning that belt back. Sorry, Sean. I love you, but it's a no. All right, folks. That is going to do it for me. I will talk to y'all next week, but until next time, this is a Rambo Radio. I'm out. Peace.